Welcome to our fourth video. Today we're going to talk about the dream and the vision we see for Pikurate and society in the future. So what is it going to be like in the future if Pikurate exists? And today we're going to try in a different style. I have some questions here that some of us have asked us. And so today we're going to do more interview of the CEO, Leo, and ask him some questions and hopefully, change it up a little bit. So one of the first questions we got here, as a CEO, when you first started Pikurate, you probably also thought about, what's the future of Pikurate? What impact would Pikurate lead in 10 years from now, right? And what do you see that world to be like? So can you share a little bit of what you thought about?
Yeah, it's simple. The vision or dream is like this. Right now, internet can answer a very simple question like who is the president of US, and then internet can answer it. So my dream is when we ask very complicated question like which major I have to pursue, I hope internet can answer that question too.
How do you expect the internet to answer that? Like, does it know all of the information about me and be like, oh, hey, Elvis, you should go study business or you should be an engineer? How would that work?
Actually, that's really scary, Okay. But I mean, in the real world, when students go to academic counselor and ask, hey, I don't know what to do, and then counselor normally ask a bunch of questions, and then they, using their previous knowledge, the counselor has a bunch of knowledge in their head, and then based on what they ask, and then based on what they answer, and then based on what they already know about data, and then they just processing all the data and then recommend, oh, if you really like this, maybe what about this kind of a major? This kind of a conversation happened today. But what I believe is, maybe in the future, internet or set of data can answer that kind of things, and then they can processing similar process to let people understand the more deep understanding about the question.
So it's not necessarily just the internet telling me, hey, you should be an engineer, but it's this interaction and understanding me and me giving some feedback for it to start figuring out and recommending me what is the best.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe the internet or set of data already understand what is ideal path, what is sequence of information you have to know, and then recommend understand this kind of sequence, and then ends up you can find answer yourself. Oh, well, after read this, I know this is what I want. That's more like my dream.
Okay. So by going through reading this type of information, we can better understand what we need to know to make that decision for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, a little biased here because I'm also a co-founder of Pikurate. That would be amazing. But how, 10 years from now, how is Pikurate going to help towards that?
Yeah, actually, so the gap between right now and the future is like this. We have pretty good expectations. So whenever we ask something to internet, we have expectation can get answer. So let's say, who's the president of the US? We expect we can right away get an answer. But the time to answer very complicated question, we ask bunch of questions, and then we find bunch of answers, and then we have to connect them, and only after consume whole that kind of sequence of information, we can finalize, or we can finally say, oh, this is the as an answer. So my thinking is, if Pikurate can connect whole the information based on specific topic, and then we can stack that kind of the sequence on and on and on, like millions of sequence. Maybe finally, when people ask that kind of a complicated question, Pikurate already have a data set. So we can represent or we can propose this set of information is ideal path to reach the goal. So that makes sense, right? If we know the path.
Yeah. Another question I have for you is, what kind of information you're looking for today that you think Pikurate in the future might help you a lot better?
Yeah, actually I have one. So as a CEO, a founder of very early stage startup, these days I'm looking for raising fund, so angel investment, and then that's really complicated question. So I bet many founder or co-founder, any kind of entrepreneur, they're looking for the same question. Then whenever I go to event, everyone trying to solve this problem. So my dream or my imagination 10 years after how Pikurate solve this problem is like this. When I ask Pikurate, hey, I'm tech startup Boston based and actually I'm Korean and I have 10 years experience in the information industry. So I just ask, how can I raise fund in Boston area to Pikurate? And Pikurate is I'm not the only one who asked that question. I hope during 10 years period, thousands of entrepreneurs already asked the same question and they already organize information. And then when I ask that, boom, I can see that tons of millions of relative information, but ordered by most relevant one first. So I can see, oh, I have to see there. Oh, I have to meet this one. Oh, I have to understand this concept. So that's the feature of Pikurate. Whenever I ask that kind of very complicated, personalized question, Pikurate can answer, oh, okay, you want to raise capital in Boston area? You have to understand this. If you complete the whole request, you can find an angel investor. So that's my dream. How about you, Elvis? Do you have anything?
One of the things that, besides doing startups and hopefully making a lot of change in the future, one of my dreams is to travel the world. And it would be great. Like right now, like I don't have the time to think about that. I don't have the resources, but it would be great if I said like I want to travel the world, and Pikurate could tell me, to do that you need to think about these things. This is where you should go and what places you should see and do and eat. How to plan this trip most efficiently. And then if it hopefully, like you said, if it really knows in the future a little bit more about me, what kind of stuff I like, it will recommend me things I'm more interested in. Right? I'm not really that interested in touristy things. Maybe I'm more interested in more of the local culture, the food scene as well. So it'll be great instead of me having to think up
alone.
Usually like alone. Usually with my group of friends, I'm usually the one that plans everything. As Leo knows and all our friends knows, I tend to be the planner. But it'll be great if there's like this smarter platform or smarter like Pikurate in this case that is working with me, right, to tell me like these are things you should, these are things you're probably interested in. These are things you should think about to have an awesome trip all around the world. Right? So thank you for listening to our 4th vlog. Hopefully you're excited as we are about the future that we hope to create and hope to see. Right? We can finally search for more complicated things and get better information. If you are excited as we are, feel free to follow us on our social media. We're on all the ones like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And leave us any comments or questions. We're always happy to answer those things. Otherwise, we look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.